Hey, everybody. Welcome back. I had some technology issues this morning. What else is new? Good grief. I think it's fixed. I had a security breach or something. I got a notification. Oh, by the way, I'm Leslie with the Plaid Poodle, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I just show people how to make fun things using stamps, paper, and ink. Um, anyway, I was on about 15 minutes ago and nothing was working. So I think I've got everything fixed. So if you're still around, we'd love to have you join us again. If not, welcome to the replay. Um, I had to do an update on my phone because I got a notification and it seemed like I had like a data breach or there was a security issue. So I had to change some passcodes and things, and I don't know if that was the problem or what, but I am back and we are ready to make our little treat bag. So I am going to turn the camera around and it's going to work this time. If you're here, say hello. Oops. I was going to put myself in the corner. What the heck? I was going to put myself in the corner. Maybe things have changed. Hi, Kat. Well, thanks for coming back. Let's see. I just keep going back and forth. What is happening? Now we have double screen, and I don't want that at all. So let's see. Um, hmm. Oh, I don't want that at all. Let's see. I definitely want that camera. I guess if I can't be in the corner, I won't be in the corner. I don't know what's happening. I did have to do an update with, let's try this. Okay, I quit. I did have to do a software update with Apple. So, maybe that's the issue and I just need to figure it out. Anyway, welcome back to my Make It Monday, my Monday mini class where I just share some fun projects. And welcome to summer. I wanted to mention that on the 5th, which today is the 3rd, so on Wednesday, we are having a great 10% off sale on our stamp and die bundles, and that will last through the end of the month. However, I will mention again that things will go into a back order status because of the extra savings. So if there's something that you really want, make sure you don't hesitate, because once something goes into a back order status, it becomes unorderable. Um, Also, there's a 10% off our die cutting machines. So the mini and the, here is the mini. I use it quite regularly. And then the big one is also 10% off. So that's kind of a good deal. Um, and if you are a demonstrator, this is in addition to your demonstrator discount. So if you've ever considered joining Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator, it's a good time to do it because you get your 10% off in addition to your um, demonstrator discount. So I just wanted to mention that. Now, I shared these bags, and I don't have any because I gave them all away. I made these bags for my class attendees, my in-person class attendees in May. And I used the Paper Pumpkin kit. I subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, and this is the kit. It's the April kit, Delicate Wings. And if you're not familiar with Paper Pumpkin, it's just I don't have a box close by, but it comes in a cute little orange box. And it has everything you need to create fun. It has a stamp set, the ink spots. Here's the ink spot that came with the kit. Everything you need to create. This one, I think, 9 cards. But instead of cards, I made the little bags for my people. I did an optional project using elements from the kit. So I have listed the refill for this in the description below under the supplies, um, because the refill is available. In the refill, you do not get the stamp set or the ink spot. So, but these bags you could make with the refill using whatever you have, another stamp set that you may have available. And occasionally they will, if they have the inventory, they will sell a pass kit. You do have to become a subscriber to order pass kits. But you can skip kits, you can pause your subscription. You can quit, you can cancel after you get what you want. It's not a big deal. Anyway, the bag is fashioned after this cute little bag that I got from one of my teammates, Betty Holton. She made this and gifted it to me at Easter time, springtime. It's got the little jelly beans in it. So I thought I would create this bag for my gals that come to my class. And I used one of the card bases to make the bag. I have one of the pretty foil card bases from the kit, but you can also make this using just a piece of cardstock. And here is my little cheat sheet that I'm going to use. And I will have a little diagram or cheat sheet up over on my blog later after I get off today, theplaidpoodle.com, and it'll have all the cutting and scoring measurements that I'm going to show you today. And I think I also have a PDF that will be available to download or print if you want. So that's nice. If you are using a card base, because your card base is going to have a fold there, pay attention to your scoring. And I'll show you why, because the bag, it worked out perfectly to have that score mark as one of the folds on the bag. So I don't have an extra fold on there. Now I'm going to grab my this is a Simply Scored tool that Stampin' Up! Carries. When I do paper crafts 3D projects like this and it has a lot of scoring in it, this is real helpful to me. You can use your paper trimmer as well, but I just like to use my Simply Scored when I'm doing a lot of scoring. Okay, we also, this is a 5.5 by 8.5 inch piece of card. So I'm going to cut off a 1/2 inch with my paper trimmer. We're just going to stack the tools on top here. I want to make sure that that fold is going to be where I want it to be if I take my 1/2 inch off this end, and it will. So if you're doing this with just a piece of cardstock, you want it to be 8 inches by 5.5. And then you're going to score it at 1/2 inch. We're going to make a little tab over here. I don't know if I can put my little cheat sheet there. I don't even know if you can see my tiny little print. Like I said, go to theplaidpoodle.com later today in about an hour or so, and I will have all of this over there if you want to give this a go yourself. And then 3 inches, 4 1/4, and there's that card fold, so it works out perfectly. And then 6 3/4. Okay, if you're working with some pattern paper, you'll want to pay attention to the pattern when you make these next score marks. My butterflies are going all over at a random pattern, so it doesn't really matter. But the top of the bag, so if you had a pattern, you'd want the top of the bag to be facing this way to score at. Actually, the bottom of the bag, 1 1/4, because of the way I did my the way I did my situation here. So you want the bottom of your bag, if you have a pattern, I hope that makes sense. You're going to score it at 1 1/4. That's going to be your bottom base of your bag. And then 4 inches. And then 4 3/4 inches. So you've got a couple little things up here because that's going to make our cute little flap for our bag. We're going to have that extra little panel. Oh my gosh, sorry about that, guys. Okay, now we're going to cut. We're going to make cuts, and maybe you can tell with my template here how we're going to do this. I'm going to make sure that I am doing this correctly. I'm going to do it like this. Except this is the top of my bag. I did it backwards, but it doesn't matter. We are going to take off this bottom little 1/2 inch tab. And then we're going to cut up on these vertical score marks. This is going to be our base of our bag. So you're going to have these little flippity flaps. And I always like to just trim a little off of the side tabs. It just seems to help squaring everything up. Everything's not as tight. And I'm just kind of eyeballing it and just cutting off a little pie shape. So this is going to be the bottom tabs. And you'll see when we start putting our bag together what I'm talking about. Okay, now on this top part, we are going to take off. This is where you don't want to mess up. We're going to have our top flap. Let's see. Let's fold these. That helps me figure it out too. This is going to be the front of our bag. So I want to leave this portion so I'm going to take off this, what did we say this was, a 3/4 inch panel? Like I said, I'll have the diagram and everything over on my blog, and that will make it easier. But you probably can't see my score marks very well either on this paper. So it's going to look like this, right? And we can fold all these scores now, or lines. Alrighty, now I'm going to round the corners of this top flap just to make it cute. That's what Betty did, and I liked that look. So I'm going to use this retired corner rounder. Stampin' Up! Doesn't carry a corner rounder at this point, but you can find these at your big box stores. You can find them online, Amazon. Just search for corner rounder punch. Okay, so see how that kind of makes it finished. It's just an option. You don't have to round the corners, but I did. I think it's cute. Betty did that, and it looks cute. So this is how our bag is going to go together. So I'm going to add some adhesive onto this little tab, and I'm going to go ahead and trim this little tab up a little bit as well. Like I said, it just kind of helps everything to kind of fit together square. Okay, so it's going to look like this when you're done with all your trimming. Sorry, just shook the camera. We trimmed off all of this. If we go like this, we trimmed off all of this. We trimmed off this little section. We trimmed off this little section down here. and then we cut up on these lines. Okay. Then I'm going to use some multi-purpose liquid glue, liquid glue. You could use some sticky strip, but I would suggest using a very strong adhesive because you want your bag to kind of, stay together well. They're kind of mini bags, but they hold quite a bit. Betty cut a window in hers because she put her little candy in bags, and I think she put a little window sheet on here. So before you put this together, you could take a circle die and make a little window in your bag like Betty did. But I'm just going to embellish the front of mine. Then we're going to fold in these bottom tabs, and I always like to pay attention to where the front of my bag is. I like the fold to be here, not the, it's not a big deal, but it does kind of finish it off a little bit cleaner. So that's just a tip when you're making bags and boxes, to kind of pay attention to those things. Okay, isn't that cute? This little box kind of, this nice heavy duty card base from the kit. It's really nice. Okay, now you're going to have to kind of manipulate it. You're going to kind of squeeze in the sides. See how I'm just kind of gently squeezing all of that so that they meet at the top like this, and it kind of makes the bag. Then you've got this little score mark here, and if you want, you can kind of manipulate that fold as well. You see it now? And then it makes a little kind of a milk carton top situation. And then punch 2 holes to put your ribbon through to close that. You could use like a Velcro closure back here, but I like what Betty did with the ribbon, and it also decorates and embellishes the front of your bag really nicely. And I'm gonna have to go grab my big paper puncher. I didn't bring it over here, so excuse me 1 second. I am using this We Are Memory Keepers Cromper, Stomper. I don't know what it is. I've had it for years and years. It does several different things, but it will punch through several layers. And since this is really thick card, I'm going to use it. If you don't have anything this heavy duty, use your paper piercer and just kind of start a hole and work it through, and that'll work as well. I'm not sure a regular paper punch would work, but you could give it a go. But I'm going to use my real heavy duty one here. And I need 2 holes, and I'm just eyeballing it. So we are going to run some ribbon through there, and I am using the metallic ribbon. This is, I think it's Pretty Peacock, yes. And it coordinates really well with my bag. I've listed all the supplies I've used in today's project in the description, so if you're interested in any of that, you could sure use any ribbon you have. Some gold ribbon would be really pretty with this paper. I wish Stampin' Up! Would make some paper like this for us. I love it. The gold embossed. So fancy. I probably cut way too much ribbon, but I'd rather have more than less because I tying bows sometimes. Okay, so you would put your items whatever you want. I put chocolates, some mini chocolate bars in mine. I wonder if a gift card would fit. I think it might be a little too small for a gift card. This would be a cute way to make a gift card. If you made it a little taller, you could, if you adjusted it to make it a little taller, you could put a gift card in there. I am wasting so much ribbon on this. I hate it when that happens. Okay, there's my bow, and I will trim that up here. Make them even. There we go. Trim it up a little bit more. And you can embellish your bags any way you want. Now, I chose to take one of the die cuts from the kit. You get all of this stuff when your paper pumpkin kits, and I can show you the actual bag that I made for my class members. There was some gold foil butterflies, but I used all of them for the classes. So I am using this one, which is still pretty. It just doesn't have any gold foil. And I also use these tabs, sentiment tags. So I'm going to use this one for mine. Look at these envelopes, y'all, with the gold foil. I love it. I might, now since I've made bags out of all of these, I might have to order the refill just to make the cards because they're so pretty. Okay, I took the sentiment from the kit that says surrounding you with love, and I just wanted to stamp the with love part on my tag. So I'm going to take I think I didn't use the Stampin' Spot, but you do get a Stampin' Spot with every kit. I think I just took the basic gray that I already had. Kind of save those Stampin' Spots. I don't know why. And I took a little bit of washi tape to kind of mask off my stamp here. And I've shown this before. I don't want ink to get on that surrounding you. I just want it on the with love. And I kind of want my paper piercing mat, but I don't see it. Y'all, my office or my craft room here is such a mess. Today when I get off of here, that is my goal, is to clean this office. I'm going to grab this from my Stamparatus and use it. And then I'm just going to put this over to the right side of the tag because I'm going to put that big butterfly die cut on it. Okay, so see how when you mask off your stamps, and I've even been known to cut them. Don't be afraid to do that. You can still use both pieces. And then I did use a little Stampin' Dimensional. Kat says she straightens her craft room up weekly, and it always ends up in a mess when she makes cards. I know. I just don't understand how one little project can create such a mess. I'm going to just glue this one straight right onto the bag, kind of like this. The little tag. And then I'm going to kind of bend my little butterfly so it's got some wings. Now see, since this one's a little bigger than those foil ones, we're going to have to rearrange how this little guy is on our tag because I want the with love to show. So he kind of landed right on the tag. I guess I didn't use the Stampin' Dimensionals after all. Isn't that cute? It's a little overwhelming. That big one's a little overwhelming. Let's see what would happen. The kit also came with these little foil ones. I might have gotten glue everywhere. Let's see what happens if we use this little guy. And I am going to put this tag up on a dimensional. Oh, I should mention too, if you're local to me here in Kansas City, during the summer, I am not going to be doing my in-person classes. I'm kind of taking the summer off. I've got some family obligations, and with all the traveling and stuff, I just thought, and everyone else, you're all busy with vacations and holidays and things like that. And I'm going to put this little guy on a dimensional. I'm taking the June, July, and August off from the in-person classes. However, be on the lookout. I am going to be offering some virtual online classes, focusing on different things. I think my first class will be pretty simple, just to jump out of the gate. As I explore the new technology. And but so be on the lookout for that. And if you're interested in that, make sure you sign up for my there's a link for Tuesday tutorials in the description. Click on that and you can sign up for and you will get notified of any of my upcoming virtual classes. Kat says she has a nice 6-foot conference table to make her cards on, but only 2 feet of space to actually work in by the time I get my stuff out to make the card. I know. I can't believe all the surface. It's just, yeah. I think it's just part of the process. Anyway, guys, this is the card. I'll go back to my face here. This is the project for today. Like I said, it'll be over at theplaidpoodle.com. The cutting and scoring guide, and it'll be better than this. It won't be as, you'll be able to see the numbers. That was just my own little cheat sheet. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me, and I hope you make one. I'd love to see what you come up with using the products that you may have in your stash. So anyway, thanks for joining me. You guys have a great Monday. I will see you next week. Hopefully technology will be working a little bit better. Thank you, Kat. We'll talk soon. Happy stamping, everybody.